The following is an opinion show, and nothing said in this show should be taken as fact or be taken literally. They're just goofing around, trying to have fun. You do like to have fun, don't you? Also, this show is not for kids, so listener discretion is advised. Welcome to this week's episode of Geekus Speakus, everyone. My name is Dean.
And I'm Bryan, the Plague Master.
And I'm gonna start an unsuccessful Twitter campaign to get me in a superhero movie.
Woo!
Yeah.
maybe not an MCU or a DCEU. You may end up being in one of those like Sony Picture ones or Boom Entertainment.
What about Valiant Comics? They got movie rights sold recently. There you go.
Oh yeah, they did.
Like Man of War.
No, Dark Horse is probably too expensive.
Yeah, they wouldn't hire me.
The now defunct Bongo Comics.
Oh boy. No, let's be honest. It's gonna be Archie. It's gonna be an Archie comic of some kind.
Yeah, probably.
On even like Riverdale or on the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina or something like that.
I mean, it's a comic. It works. Or Donald Duck. You can get it a Donald Duck thing.
What about Spider-Ham? What if they make a Spider-Ham movie?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I could voice Captain American Eagle.
Captain American Eagle.
Or Hulk Bunny.
I mean, you gotta keep John Mulaney as Spider-Ham.
Well, yeah, John Mulaney is great. I love his
Oh, yeah, so I guess before we go to trailers, I'll talk about those real quick. I went and saw Spider-Verse on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty damn good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing.
Extremely well animated. The characters were likable. It was pretty good. And I like the twist on everything.
Nice. I was by the way, you can find online John Mulaney did some like test audio for Spider-Ham. And
oh yeah.
And it was just like, I don't know what I'm doing because they didn't give me a line. So he just improvised it in one of the lines. He says, "New, I've been at this for 30 fucking years."
John, this is PG-13. I saw that. I saw Bumblebee, which, all right. So I wouldn't call it a great movie. It was good. It's what the 2007 Transformers movie should have been.
Right.
It's probably the best Transformers movie since the 1987 animated one.
Oh, good.
Which is like one of my favorite movies, and I've seen it like dozens of times. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. And I made a realization after the movies that both movies I saw had the same actress in it. Give me 1 second. No wonder fucking Bumblebee was good. Travis Knight directed it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the guy, if you don't know who Travis Knight is, he did, he's basically the guy in charge of Laika Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So he did Kubo and the Two Strings.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's the lead animator of Laika, and he's also from the Portland area.
Nice.
Okay, so Haley Steinfeld is the main actress in Bumblebee, and she also voices Gwen Stacy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I made the realization after I was done going, wait a moment. Both these movies had the same actress in a lead role.
Right.
She's good. I like her.
Nice.
Her character of Charlie, much better than what's his
Shia LaBeouf
and
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, like her relationship with Bumblebee was much more believable, was much more that, and like it was surprisingly good, and I recommend it.
Good.
It's like a complete 180.
Right.
Well, maybe not complete 180. It's like a good like 160-degree turn.
Right.
It's not perfect, but damn. And also, like, their designs are like, oh, this is like actual designs. And there's like a scene in the beginning that I'm going to spoil a little bit. It's the very beginning, so it's not that big of a spoiler. And you've seen it in the trailers, but like they're having the Decepticons and stuff. They're fighting the battle in Cybertron, and Shockwave shows up and actually talks like Shockwave. Soundwave comes up and he actually, like, his chest opens up and Ravage jumps out of it, and then they got the all the Seekers are Tetrajets. It's like, oh, this is like they're actually paying attention to the fans.
Good. Maybe we'll finally get a good Transformer movie again. Well, Transformer movie series again.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate this had to be a prequel.
Yep. And then Spider-Verse, I can't really say too much without really spoiling it, but I will say I love schlubby 40-year-old Peter Parker.
Nice. What'd you think of Nick Cage, Spider-Man Noir?
He's pretty good. The thing is with the Spider-Man Noir, the Japanese Spider,
Yeah.
and Spider-Pig is they're very small parts, but they're all like decent parts, like supporting. Yeah. The world, we are in Miles's world, which isn't the standard world. The standard Spider-Man world is the schlubby Peter Parker.
616.
It may not be 1616, but like the 616 is the schlubby one. And so there's like little differences in the world. So like instead of NYPD, it's PDNY. It's a different Coke is a different, like, has a different name. So there's little differences in that world. And like a couple of the twists, like I really like the version of Doc Ock in his world.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
if you follow the Ultimate Universe, I mean, I don't know what they did, but in the Ultimate Universe, he had the ability of magnetism. That was his thing.
It's not even Ultimate Universe. It's different than that.
Okay. Well, good.
Yep.
And
then I saw Bird Box as well on Netflix. If you like suspense, I recommend it.
Because I've been hearing people really love it, but then reviewers are saying it's shite.
It's not shit. It's not shit. Reviewers are just angry.
I mean, I am an angry person, and I guess technically we're reviewers because we have a show.
Well, as a reviewer, I recommend it. Susan Sarandon does a good job. And something I was talking with my Lyft driver about it. You never see the monster, but that plays in with the whole movie.
Right.
And so I recommend it. If you have like 2 hours to spare and aren't really doing anything, just throw it on Netflix.
Good. And well, let's go ahead and get into trailer talk.
Trailer talk. So we got another Captain Marvel trailer.
This did not hype me up any. It just, yeah.
No, you know what? One thing that hyped me up a bit was name dropping Monica Rambeau.
Okay, you're gonna have to work with me on this one. Who is Monica Rambeau?
So Monica Rambeau, I do believe, is a previous Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, not Monica, Maria Rambeau.
Okay.
She's either a previous Captain Marvel or a previous Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing her up right now.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. What? Okay, sorry. Monica Rambeau is the one in the comics. She's also Spectrum. Looking for She was an older. She was a previous Pulsar, a previous Captain Marvel. Basically, she had all the names that Carol Danvers had before Carol Danvers, but nobody paid attention to her because she was a woman of color. Yeah.
I mean, this is all very interesting, but when are we getting our Dazzler movie?
Oh, Dazzler's gonna be I think there actually plans on a Dazzler thing at one point.
I'm trying to be facetious. You just ruined it. But what about the Dazzler movie?
But yeah, Rambeau was a Captain Marvel, but she wasn't Kree. She had a different power set. She just had the name Captain Marvel
Okay.
And yeah, she's one of the few people who had the Captain Marvel names that wasn't related to the Kree and the Vel family,
Gotcha.
like Janice and Carol were.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But yeah, that little like drop in there was like, hey, I know that name.
nice.
Um,
Do we have another trailer here for Keegan? No, I would screw up the
Jordan
name.
Peele.
Jordan Peele, thank you.
I had just recently like binged the entire Key and Peele series.
It's so good.
It's really good.
But it's a new trailer for Us, a doppelganger movie. Once again, he's making horror, which I mean, I'm not surprised by that. That's his favorite genre of movies.
Oh, okay. So I was looking up Dazzler real quick. There was an early film in the 1980s that was canceled to star Bo Derek. And Dazzler will be a character in Dark Phoenix in a supporting role. The actress has not been disclosed.
Alrighty then. Why? Why? I mean, I made a joke, but why are they bringing in Dazzler? Was she?
Because Dazzler is surprisingly popular with people.
Maybe okay. Maybe I missed something because I didn't read the comic books for that. Then was she in the Dark Phoenix storyline?
Shit if I know. I don't remember. She's a bit player, but like people like her because she's like a joke.
Well, I mean, so is Squirrel Girl, but she actually is a actual person you don't want to mess with.
Also disco.
Yeah, and also Disco. Let's talk about that. But the new trailer for Us, I don't know. What do you think about the trailer?
It looks interesting.
I think he's going for an unsettling like vibe for it.
Very unsettling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this out here. I'm going to make guesses that near the end of the movie, one of the evil ones swaps with one of the good ones, and it takes them way longer to notice.
Well, I mean, at one point though, you actually see every single one of them standing in front of their own doppelgangers. I don't think that's gonna, and at least that looks like fairly early in the movie.
I feel that like the end is going to be one of those like things of like, wait, is this the real one or is this the doppelganger?
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's one of those. But knowing Jordan Peele and knowing how Get Out was, he may be able to throw this back at us. Plus, Winston Duke is in there, the gorilla guy from Black Panther.
Yeah.
He's pretty great. And then she was, I don't remember if she was the girlfriend of Black Panther or the head of the guard. Nakia, yeah, she was the girlfriend.
Okay. Well, cool. It's nice to see they're getting more work.
Right?
All right, let's go with the next bit here. Now we're done with trailers. Just a heads up, everyone.
Okay, it's Denai Guerrera, who's the guard lady. So, but yeah, no, it looks pretty good.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to just movie news. We're getting a Spidey Christmas album.
All right, so there's a spot in there where Spider-Man's going through all the stuff he has. One of the things he has is a Christmas album.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the credits, they play one of the songs, and it's more of an LP than an actual album.
Right.
But it's a couple Christmas songs done by the people from the Spider-Man movie, and if you have a chance to listen to it, there's no spoilers in it. Just look for it. I think the whole thing's on YouTube, and just listen to it. It's pretty great.
Nice. Good.
And if you go see Spider-Verse, make sure you stay until the end of the credits.
Oh, does that have an after credit scene as well?
There's a brilliant after credit scene.
All right then.
Like, yeah, there's a brilliant after credit scene. But yeah, Spider-Man sings the Christmas songs. But I was gonna tell this before Christmas, but I didn't find out about it until after Christmas. So just in time for Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
I couldn't think of it when I was writing out the POI, but I think Martin Luther King Day is the next holiday.
Yeah. There we go. Let's go move to the next one here. Looks like Johnny Depp is being dropped from Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
It doesn't surprise me. Disney is usually pretty quick at dropping actors who have any sort of negative allegations against them.
Now, I haven't been keeping up because, well, work has been unfortunately keeping my attention. What allegations have come across him?
Oh, turns out he's extremely abusive and has apparently some mental health issues that he really should be working on.
Ah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, not to poke fun at someone's mental health issues, but I'm not surprised that he has them.
Yeah, a couple of years back, he got a divorce and his wife revealed he's apparently super abusive.
Hmm. Well, we could drop him off that good actor list now, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not surprised they dropped these for the movies because it was. Excuse me. I'm not gonna try that. Fuck, I can't speak. I'm not surprised they dropped him. Because honestly, the last couple movies were not that great for Pirates of the Caribbean. Like the third one was meh.
So I liked the second and third ones, but I also like big boat on boat battles.
Right, that's a given. Big
And
boat on boat battles.
that's and then the fourth one was like, oh well, it has my two favorites. It has Jack and Barbossa, but that's about it. And then I haven't even seen the last couple.
I literally stopped watching after 3 because I didn't think they needed to
Oh,
continue.
they definitely didn't need to continue. The only thing that really made four anything was that it's like, oh, my guess. Well, Jeffrey Rush is back, and I really like Jeffrey Rush. Cool. I'll watch for him.
Yeah. I I don't know. Like, do we really Disney just stop? Either either reboot the franchise, which we know you're
I
gonna.
think that's what they might be doing.
Because okay, first off, they're the company that just loves to reboot nowadays. But that aside, just stop. Just stop, please.
Why
Honestly,
is that on? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, I was bringing up the news article for the next thing we're going to be talking about. In most popular articles, number two, drone over a middle-aged festival taken down by a spear. I'm like, that was like 5 years ago. Why is that up now?
mm, maybe someone released the video for it.
No, I mean the video got released like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's a different one. And then, it's the same video. Oh, sorry. 3 years ago, it was 2016. It even says the date right there.
Then
And the post is from May 13th, 2016. Why is this the second most popular article on Nerdist?
that is a good question. What is going on with the Nerdist Industries, guys, huh?
Also, number one is Enjoy Toto's Africa performed on sweet potatoes and squash.
What?
Number three is the Bird Box monsters revealed.
Huh.
So number three is fairly recent. Number one is like, what? Number two is like, that was 3 years ago.
What the shit, Nerdist? What are you doing? Let's speaking of which, let's just move on to the
This
next
is why
one.
people come to our podcast for our tangents.
Yeah, a weird tangent, but what the shit are you doing, company?
But Michael Palin and Philip Pullman will be knighted. Monty Python alumnus Michael Palin is the first of his first. I think he's the first of the group to be knighted, and then Philip Pullman is the guy who did the his Dark Materials trilogy. So that's basically the Atheist Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. If people don't know.
Wait, what is the name of the series?
his Dark Materials, the Golden Compass,
Oh.
the Something Knife, those ones. Basically, it's the atheist version of
Chronicles of Narnia.
yeah, and I actually recommend them. They're actually pretty good. They didn't do as well in the States, but for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah. How dare you challenge our beliefs? But we had to challenge yours.
Mm-hmm. Actress and model Twiggy also receives damehood.
Best way I want to point out
The
that
author. Sorry.
the members who are of excuse me, from the Monty Python, they can now claim they are the Knights Who Say Knee.
Nee.
Nee.
And the author of The Handmaid's Tale also receives honors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Or as Mike Pence calls it, his future plans.
So I guess we have a couple other things that have popped in here, TV-wise. I think that's it for movies.
Yep.
So, iconic Roald Dahl stories are coming to Netflix as an animated series, which, just, if we can, you know what? I want them to go a whole season without touching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I mean, yes, I agree.
The reason for it is because that one's too popular.
Well, yeah, but that's because it's fucking whimsical.
The thing is you got other ones. Do the BFG, do Witches, do...
Oh, they actually did do BFG already.
Oh, did they?
In a recent movie, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh, right. Let's see here. But you know what? Roald Dahl has some cute stuff. He has a lot of short stories that I can see working in the format.
Yeah. There was a story about like this terrible couple that how they eat birds, they get stuck on trees, and basically the only way they could die, they were tricked to sit on their heads until they just became piles of clothes, which sounds weird.
It's so weird.
But there's that. I mean, nothing else.
And let's see here. I'll save that one for later when we get there. Batwoman pilot is a go at the CW.
Yeah, like I said, this is awesome because they were talking about in the original, when they first introduced her in the Arrowverse, that was going to be kind of a backdoor pilot for an upcoming series. So basically she was popular enough in the upcoming or the previous crossover series enough for them to make a new one, which I've heard good things about. It was an Elsewhere where like everyone switched places basically.
Nifty.
Yeah,
and I think she looks good in the role.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then going on to a little bit of comic news, fellow podcasters, the McElroy's Adventure Zone stuff is going to actually be officially in the Marvel Comics.
No, do we have to get McElroy fame to do that? Because, I mean, let's be honest, wouldn't you want to write at least one storyline? Like, they're talking 6 issues. I would like to do at least 3.
You know what I want to do? A slice of, like, a day in the life of your more obscure Marvel characters, where they're not even doing, like maybe, like, a little bit of superheroing, but it's just their day-to-day life.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Marvel Studios, hit us up. We'll do it.
Like, I want to see, like, I don't know, Hero standing in the bank, and he realizes he's, like, 2 stops behind a villain, but the villain's not in costume, and neither is the superhero, and it's this whole, like, oh, is he gonna rob this place? Is he gonna rob this place? And then it ends up with the villain just, like, withdrawing some money and leaving. And him going, oh, phew. Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to read it, but I've been reading a lot of clips on it because somebody on my Facebook's been posting a lot on there.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Peter Parker's roommate is Boomerang.
Wait, what? Back up.
Peter Parker's roommate, currently in Marvel Comics, is the supervillain Boomerang. Boomerang doesn't know Peter's Spider-Man, but Peter knows he's Boomerang, and hilarity ensues.
Is that what you're wanting to do? I mean, this could be
I would love to do more stuff like that because I don't want heroics. I want how do they handle day-to-day life?
All right, hold on. I guess my question here is, what you're talking about, is this actually a thing or something that you
This is actually a thing.
But Peter Parker is a multimillionaire with a tech company.
Not anymore, he's not.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
So it's like his roommate... I mean, I haven't read comics in a while, but what the shit?
I think it had something to do with that he was actually Doc Ock when his whole thing was founded or something. I don't know.
I mean, he was Doc Ock for a while, Superior Spider-Man, but in the literal sense, he was in charge of himself for a good chunk of his owning his, company. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm way behind on my comics, but I'm liking it because there's a lot of little slice of life stuff.
Yeah.
And I like slice of life. I don't know why. I just do. I like the mundane.
Okay, all right, let's do this. So, presuming that if we ever manage to become comic writers, even for 2 issues, who would you want to write the day of? It doesn't matter, Marvel, DC. Who would you want to write the everyday of?
Who would I want to write the day of? That's a hard one.
What about the day of Plastic Man?
That'd be pretty good. Oh, I know. No. Oh, damn it, I had it.
Okay, I'll extend it. You can also add villain. If you could do villain or hero.
I want the day in the life of Batroc the Leaper.
All right. The lesser known of the Marvel villains?
Yeah.
The French Leaper guy?
Or a day in the life of I want a hero, but I can't think of.
I think I would do a day in the life of Shocker for my villain.
Shocker.
Yeah, Shocker. And let's see.
No, you know what? I don't think I'd be the right one to write it, but I want a day in the life of Luke Cage.
Fair enough. I can't think of anybody else who I don't know what hero I'd want to write for. Usually the character's actually worth it. They already do the day in their lives. A day in the life of Chinese Superman? No.
A day in the life of The Flash.
The Flash. We're talking Wally West, Barry Allen, Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner was never The Flash. But you know what? A day in the life of Guy Gardner.
All right. I can't think of mine. We'll just move on. We got some more news here because we were just talking about comic books. This is actually movie related, but we're getting a Stargirl movie now, and then they've announced that Joel McHale of Community is going to play Starman.
Nice. He is a humorous person and does a good jock-like character.
Yes, he does. Let's see. We also have this bit of news. I want to talk about this one, but there is a report is what is the most popular podcast in your state. So I wanted to cover a few of these with you.
Okay.
So let's go with our home state. one called Tiger Belly. Are you familiar
I
with
have
this?
no idea what Tiger Belly is. I'm gonna look it up.
Let's look up Tiger. We're apparently going to give free advertisement to other podcasts, but Tiger Belly.
Is a no-hold-bar arena of half-truths and animal behavior featuring comedian Bobby Lee and his best friend Kayla.
All right. And then Oregon. Yours.
About.
Go ahead.
Every Thursday, Tiger Belly is available on other apps. I don't know. It's, I guess, social stuff. I'm guessing it's a very Hollywood-related thing.
Yeah. And for the state you live in, it's Ridiculous History.
Oh! I think I actually follow that one. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I think I actually follow it.
Nice. What's it about? A boot.
Like weird history stuff.
Oh, I mean, fair enough, yeah. And then for mine is for the state of Missouri, the state I live in. It's the Rizzuto Show. Let's see what that is about. Because maybe I'll have a new show to listen to if it's decent. Apparently, it's based off of. As soon as it loads, there we go. Featuring Rizzuto, Patrico, Burton, and Moon every weekday morning to get crap on celebrities, headline hoosh, Craig's Leaks Freak of the Week, and more. So it's a radio show that they've turned into a podcast.
Oh, poor Arizona.
What's Arizona's?
So Super Best Friend Cast is actually something I'm going to mention later, but I guess I'll do it now. The Super Best Friend Cast is no longer a thing.
Oh.
That's one of the ones. That was one of my favorite podcasts. It was done by like a group of my favorite Let's Players, and they recently broke up.
Oh, that's not good.
There was a falling out between the two best. It used to be two best friends, and then became super best friends once they added Wooly and Liam. And the two best friends are no longer friends.
Ew.
So their Let's Play channel is no longer there, and their podcast is no longer there. Though it is going to be replaced by one with some of their other. Two of the people there are continuations in plan, but it's not going to be Super Best Friends Cast anymore. So Arizona, I loved that podcast too. It was funny. Those guys were great, but yeah.
Just want to point out, by the way, that Kentucky's top podcast is Conspiracy Theories, and somehow I'm not surprised by that.
Oh wait, is it the actual? I wonder if it's the one from Parcast, because I actually listened to that one. Like honestly, only 3 of these I am aware of, and South Carolina also has the Super Best Friend Cast. Poor South Carolina.
I'm aware of this one. New York has 2 Dope Queens.
I am aware of that one. I have not listened to it.
I listened like 1 or 2 episodes. It's fine.
The one I regularly listened to Super Best Friend Cast. As I said, it was one of my favorite podcasts.
Right.
I listen to Conspiracy Theories on occasion. I'm aware of 48 Hours.
Idaho's is the art of manliness.
Of course it is, Idaho.
I'm not gonna lie, most of these I've not even heard of.
I'm aware of Ridiculous History. Yeah.
Well, let's move on. We just advertised for a bunch of other shows. So a Nintendo.
But you know what? We're number 1 in Guam.
Yeah. Woo. Actually, you just made a joke, but we're nearly at 2,000 downloads. Seriously.
All right.
Yeah, we had a hell of a boom last couple days. Let's move on to the next one here, and that is that Nintendo officially had to shoot down Bowsette as a canon character, which I'm surprised they even addressed it, because I thought they were just going to wait for it to die out.
You know who I blame? I blame the people who kept doing the skinny blonde Bowsette when they should have been backing the muscular redheaded tan one.
I would say
which is
that's
the true Bowsette.
Actually, the first iteration of Bowsette was blonde and skinny. And
I know, but that was just in development. The true one is the redhead one.
I mean, you're welcome to your opinion, my friend, but the first iteration of Bowsette was literally the blonde, skinny, white one.
Hey, you know what? If everything went with the first iteration, we'd have very different Star Wars characters.
I mean, fair enough. Yoda will look a lot different than he does now. I'll just say it.
So would Darth Maul.
I'm honestly surprised that they addressed this, though, if I'm going to be honest. I thought they were just going to let it die off and then just like, nope, we're never going to talk about it. This was not a thing. I thought that's what they were going to do.
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually said something.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, and that is that they're releasing the demo for Anthem soon.
Oh, you mean not Destiny?
Not Destiny, not Destiny. I don't know. I mean, this could be decent. I'm not really an online person, but shoot, at this point, it's hard to get anybody to do anything. So maybe this would be decent. Something to.
I don't like playing online either. I'm sure people will play it.
Let's say it's coming out Friday, January 25th, so later this month. Then it'll be shut down until the 27th. So it's a two-day beta.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I'm kind of indifferent if I'm gonna tell the truth. Let's go ahead and move to the next one here.
I'm also indifferent. Jack Black has a YouTube channel with already over 25 million subscribers. Only has 2 videos on there. Like, I get it. I like Jack Black too, but
I mean, I like Jack Black. Sure, he can have his own Let's Play channel. That doesn't bother me. The part of me is I have a friend of mine who is a YouTuber, and he's just barely scraping under $1,000, and he's been posting for over 2 years now. I get that we're talking about Jack Black, but I was like, oh, come on, people. Like, go to the indies sometime. Go for people lesser known.
Right.
Subscribe to somebody you don't know, or how you haven't seen in a movie, or
you know what
racist.
Would be helpful here is if he uses his power to help the small ones, like have smaller channels on his channel and give him that bump.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems like a decent guy. I think if he's given the opportunity, he might, but I don't think he's going to explicitly do it.
No, I don't think so either. Apparently, he's been on the Game Grumps channel.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, him and his son were guest Grumps at one point.
Huh. Nice.
Yeah.
He already has, 25 million subscribers? Holy hell.
Right? I think it's just from the name.
Yeah.
Now, we need to see is subscribers versus viewers.
True. And most people don't even, post those statistics, so we may never actually figure out how many, viewers he has. This could just be a subscription based off of name brand alone.
I think it is.
I don't know. This could be fine. I have nothing against him doing this, but my biggest question is, will it detract from the pick of Destiny 2?
Maybe?
I want that sequel movie. Another bit of news here is that Steam has had Warner Brothers, pulled Lego Lord of the Rings from Steam.
And Lego Hobbit.
And no one knows why. My theory is they finally got the ring to Mordor.
Apparently this has happened before with other games, and it usually comes back once the rights issues are dealt with.
Yeah.
But the thing is I had just gotten these games off of Humble Bundle. They were freebies, but the good news is I can still play them.
Yeah, it's just you can't buy them anymore.
Nope.
Sure would be a dick move if someone were to sell the game and then remove them from your ability to play them.
It would be a dick move.
Yep.
I've seen people do it before.
Yep.
So this is another one. So this next one's a little darker. So,
buckle up.
Let me pull it. Say what?
Buckle up, audience. Content warning.
Yeah, content warning. So Twitch streamer Luke, Mr. Deadmoth, Monday, was caught on his Twitch stream, punching his wife in front of their child. And the thing is he did it on air. He
Mm-hmm.
punched he got into an argument with his wife. He hit his wife, and then went back to playing like nothing happened. So Twitch, he got arrested. Twitch suspended his account. But the thing is, he was back on after 14 days. I think there's a person on here that put it really well. I am looking for it, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna
Quote it.
summarize it. But 30-day ban for saying naughty language, 14-day ban for beating your wife.
Well, it's messed up. I mean, if I'm running a company like that, I don't. For one, it looks bad if you don't react appropriately.
Though apparently beat, and pretty much because of fan outcry, he has another ban. I think this ban is permanent, but it basically took people saying, "What the fuck, Twitch?"
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous they had to do that because he beat his wife on a live stream. I mean, come on. To me, that'd be
And
like a 6-month ban, and I'm being generous on like the amount of time.
and so I was listening to another. I think it was actually the Super Best Friend cast before they disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Of them being like, and it's his reaction that like really insulted him. Like anyone else, even if like they like that reaction of anger and they did take a swing at their significant other, should have just stopped the stream right then and there.
Yeah.
It was him going back onto and playing again that really is like, oh, this is extremely unsettling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first off, don't ever hit somebody. Self-defense is one thing, obviously, but don't ever punch somebody just because you're
If
pissed.
you're going to hit anybody, make sure you have consent first.
Yeah. Well, obviously, don't punch somebody without consent. And then for people who do want to get punched with consent, that's a different story. But that's their life.
Oh, here's another one. Reports about men repeatedly harassing women LGBT on Twitch, especially partners, silence. Oh, but they let the wife beater back on.
That reminds me of there was a Twitch streamer who was a female Twitch streamer who quit Twitch because people were harassing her, saying she wasn't actually playing video games.
Mm-hmm. But it looks like they're finally going to give him a permaban.
That's what they should have done in the first place. You don't just
Yep.
First off, you don't just punch someone. They don't just punch someone to continue to stream. I mean,
Yeah.
in a business sense, it doesn't make sense. In a moral sense, why do they wait so long? It should have been a permaban, but
Right.
whatever.
Well, yep. Everything's going to shit.
I just don't get it. I don't get why. Like my immediate reaction would have been, "Hey, he punched his wife. Well, there goes the ban."
And speaking of poop,
Speaking of poo,
more proof. I've been saying this for years. I am convinced that J.K. Rowling's just making shit up as she goes along.
oh yeah, I've read about this article. It's how J.K. Rowling. Okay, it was J.K. Rowling put in Pottermore that before they allowed plumbing in Hogwarts,
Before Muggles came to Hogwarts.
No, specifically they just said Muggle plumbing is what they said. It wasn't Muggles because Muggles don't go to Hogwarts, but they stated that before
Muggleborn showed up with their plumbing.
yeah. The wizards would just shit or piss wherever, and then the wizard made them disappear. I was like, what the fuck? You could have just not addressed that like at all.
And it's like we've had plumbing since like the Roman ages.
In one form or another, yeah. And what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Also, it's been shown that they don't learn vanishing spells until like the 5th year.
Yup.
So yeah, and I've been saying this for years of Rowling definitely has this feeling of, yeah, sure, let's go with that. Or no, that was totally my plan this whole time. Yep, he was totally gay the whole time. Nope, not making it up.
I'm gonna be honest on that story that it's an old story now, but the whole thing about Dumbledore being gay, I really feel like that came after the fact, and she didn't think about it.
It definitely did.
Because like to me, it was like, no, Dumbledore wasn't gay. In fact, his sexuality was ambiguous. I didn't really care either, to be honest.
And it feels very much like she was just making it. Oh yeah, no, he's totally gay.
Yeah.
He was totally gay this whole time. And it's like, no, he wasn't.
He wasn't. I mean, if you done it in another canon book, which you wrote the fantastic books or fantastic rhymes and where to find them. You could have addressed it then. You had an additional book or two since those original books. You could have addressed it then, but I mean, it felt kind of forced at the time. I don't mind if a character's gay. It just doesn't fit with the story that was told so far.
It's not.
But fuck, I don't know.
Well.
I guess I'd make shit up on the spot on occasion too if I had written a story that was worth millions of dollars. Whatever pleases the fans.
She will have her fans regardless.
I mean, I'm part of the fan group that thought Hermione and Harry should have gotten together, not Harry and Ginny. But what do I?
No, I don't think Harry should have gotten with Ginny, but I don't think she should have gotten with Hermione either.
Those two clicked better, really.
They did, but I don't see them as being a couple.
I see them as a better couple, especially in comparison to Ron and Hermione.
True that.
Like maybe Ron and Luna love good, but not Ron and Hermione.
Yeah. No, I can see definitely. You know what? I can see the Ron and Hermione thing being, and actually, I think Rowling did say that they got a divorce.
What she said is not that they got a divorce, but that if they actually got together, they'd have to talk to a couple counselor.
Yeah, because I can see them being one of those people who gets like married like right out of high school, and then like divorced like 2 years later.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still part of the Hermione Harry group, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I think
but I'm also part of the group who thinks Harry should have died.
I mean, he did die.
He should have stayed dead.
I mean, all the hatred you have for Harry. I got nothing.
No, I just think it fits better in the story. I don't know. It felt very, like, not lackluster, but very, like, it took the wind out of the sails.
I don't know. I thought if he would have died, it would have kind of... That, to me, would have ruined the wind and the sails of the series. Because the whole thing was about the journey, and if he were to die, even a heroic death would not have sat well with fans.
I guess. I mean, it was sat well with me.
I mean, yeah, it would sat well with you and other people who didn't really like Harry, but it wouldn't have sat well with actual Harry Potter fans. Not, you know what I mean. Harry the character, not Harry part of the universe.
Yeah, true. I've learned I care more about the universe than the characters. I was one of those. I got tired of the character of Harry by like the 6th book and how like I don't know, he was just getting on my nerves a lot in like the last book.
Yeah, I remember we spoke a bit about this. I agree. The universe is very interesting, and so I'm glad they did some non-Harry movies. But it was a pretty interesting world that she had built there.
Yep. Oh, Melissa Joan Hart.
Speaking of which, have you taken the Pottermore test before?
Oh yeah, no, I have a whole like shebang on there. Let me go ahead and bring it up.
What is your house?
I am a Ravenclaw.
I am a Slytherin, I guess.
Though most things I've done, I've occasionally dropped onto Slytherin. Like I'm mostly Ravenclaw, but I do occasionally shift over to Slytherin.
See, here's what had happened. I took the test to figure out which one I am, both the American school and the Hogwarts. I got Slytherin, and then I got the Americans' counterpart to Slytherin. I was like, well, fuck.
So my Hogwarts house is Ravenclaw. My Patronus is a Dragonfly. My wand is a hornbeam wood with unicorn hair core that's 14.5 inches long. Has a supple flexibility. Supple flexibility.
I don't even remember my login for Pottermore, so I'm not going to tell you what everything I had.
And then my house for the American one is Thunderbird.
Oh, you got the Thunderbird. I got the Horned Serpent.
I don't know anything about this house.
Thunderbird.
Oh, the adventure represents the soul, favors adventure.
So it's kind of the American version of Gryffindor then?
I guess.
Sounds kind of like a Gryffindor thing.
Yeah, so adventurers is the one I got for Thunderbird.
Cool.
So, yeah. So it's not bravery; it's just adventurous people. So I'm guessing they're all slightly different than the ones from Hogwarts, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for this episode.
Apparently Melissa Joan Hart got in a heated argument with a Jewish woman who her son was the mother of stuff. Like, apparently Melissa Joan Hart's not a good person.
That doesn't surprise me.
No. So before we end off, do you want to talk about some of the do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Let's see. Obviously, the first one is to be in a comic book movie. Hashtag Chris with for DC. Let's see. And then I'm thinking I need to travel somewhere. I need to go somewhere this year because I never.
You should come to Portland.
Well, so far my plan is to go to Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Because I've never left the country before. Not that I don't want to, but money is an issue.
It's surprisingly difficult.
I know. It's one of the reasons why. Because it's like, oh, you can't just leave. It's like you got to pay a ton of money. You got to get your passport. You got to get obviously you got to get out of the country via your transport method. And then you have to convert currency. And some places charge to convert currency and blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, and it's ridiculous. So it's like, why is it such a pain in the ass to go visit something that's just a few miles? Okay, not a few miles, obviously, a few thousand miles north of me, or if I want to go to Mexico, a few thousand miles south of me. Why is it so difficult? I don't fucking get it. But then again, the concept of the imaginary lines that we call our borders is nonsense.
Yeah, it is.
That aside, I'm thinking I want to travel this year. I'm thinking Canada or
nice.
Maybe Portland or maybe someplace I haven't been or don't know anybody at. Like New York City or...
I think this year I'm going to save up money and then next year I'm going to travel. Travel in 2020.
Travel in 2020?
Yep. I'm also turning 30 this year and I will no longer be in my 20s.
I'm going to be 28 in a month and a few days.
I will be 30 in March.
And then I don't know. Let's do this because this is the first show we've done for 2019. How would you summarize 2018? How would you summarize this thing that last year as a whole?
A headache and a half.
1 year that felt like 4. That's how I imagine. It's like 1 year that felt like 4 years, basically. Because it was like every 3 months felt like it was a new year, and like a bunch of new crazy shit was happening, and the world feels like it's slowly burning, and yeah. Happy 2019, everyone.
Hopefully. Yeah.
What about you, Brian? Do you have any other goals?
To not kill myself.
I mean, I thought that was a goal every year for people with depression. I mean, that's my goal every year.
No, and not to kill other people.
That's my goal every year.
I don't know. It wasn't my goal last year. I don't know. Save up some money, get a little healthier fiscally, spiritually. Not spiritually. I want to further push my soul into a dark abyss. Socially, mentally, fiscally, health. Just be healthier.
Yeah, I'm thinking that for once I'm going to try and actually do a workout routine of some kind.
The problem with the routines like that is people they have a tendency to overdo it in the beginning.
Oh, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. My thought is I'm gonna buy like I'm gonna hire a trainer. I'm not gonna go all gym fit on everyone.
No,
I just
that's
want.
that's what I was saying though. Is like people have a tendency when they first start working out, they burn themselves out way too fast.
Yeah.
And the trick with going to the gym apparently is to just keep doing it.
Well.
And I heard a really good piece of advice from somebody a little while ago
Hmm.
of just, I think it was Terry Crews.
Okay.
He said, just go to the gym. You don't have to work out. Just go to the gym. Go to the gym for an hour. You don't have to work out. Read a book. Watch YouTube. But build up that
The routine.
routine of going to the gym every day or every, so many days.
Makes sense because then you'll be more motivated to be able. Like you won't see it as an inconvenience just to go there.
And people have a tendency to go to the gym the first couple weeks, work out a ton, burn themselves out, and then never go.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I'm gonna see if I can.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking I really need to lose weight. I'm getting, I'm a couple years from 30, obviously, but I'm still getting closer. And there's gonna be a point where you can't turn the rusty hulking sheep around. So I'm hoping to get that handled by the time I'm like 36. I think that's my plan. I got 8 years to fix my shit, physically speaking.
I'd like to slim down a bit. I've lost quite a bit of weight since moving up here, but I would like to lose some more weight.
I want to get back down to the point where I can wear my brand new leather jacket that I got for Christmas, and I am not uncomfortable when I zip it up. So far, that's my goal. Because when I zip it up, I kind of have to like suck in my gut a bit, and I'm like, "Wow, great, yeah." And I was like, "Oh, cool," because like I'm tall enough to wear it. It's actually taller than taller than my torso is, but I'm too fat at the stomach to wear it. So I'm hoping to change that this year. That's my first goal, and we'll see where it goes beyond that.
Nice.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Not too much apart from everyone I know is getting sick. It was super windy last night and it was rainy today. And I hope everyone has a pleasant and fun, has a good 2019.
Yeah.
And hopefully our podcast does really well for 20. You know what? That's not the thing I want. I want more success for us in 2019.
Agreed. I would like to do more success. I would love to do this kind of thing full time, but or at least I'd turn my current full-time job into a part-time job.
Maybe we can work into something of, instead of bi-weekly, we can have weekly releases with like a different format on the off week.
Yeah. Well, it's also like
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, and I'm gonna maybe if we might be a little bit more motivated if we see some numbers. Just kidding. But no, we'll work it out. It'd be kind of cool to be able to do something a little bit more on a weekly basis. Because, I mean, obviously we have opinions. We have our own social media accounts for those exact purposes. But this...
If I'm not being banned from Twitter or Facebook, so you can catch me on there.
All right. Well, I guess we should call it.
Yeah. A little shorter episode, but we had a long episode last time.
Yeah, we had a long episode last time. It's also, we're in early January, so the news is a little thin right now, if I'm going to be honest. There's not a lot of news in early. It'll probably pick up in, I would imagine, February, but, well, because the movie releases coming up and whatnot. But, yeah, I think that's it for now. Thank you all for listening, everyone.
And as always, you can catch us on, if you have comments, you can go and email us at geespeakus@gmail.com.
Twitter at Geekus Speakus. Facebook.com/Geekus Speakus. And you could find Brian there at his Twitter.
At Arxist.
And yeah, thank you for listening, everyone.
Yeah, have a good rest of your year.
Have a good night.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode. If you like our shows, you can stay up to date on our social media accounts. You have Facebook at facebook.com/Geekus Speakus, or you can find us on Twitter at Geekus Speakus. We're also on Tumblr. If you want to message us, you can feel free to do so at gspeakus@gmail.com. Feel free to contact us, give any opinions or any suggestions. I would like to thank the band The Spinwires for their song Girls Like You. You can find them on their Bandcamp for the newest albums. I'll also like to thank Tom for his awesome logo art that we got. Last bit here is I would like to thank you for, listening to our show. We really appreciate it. Feel free to, find us on pretty much anything nowadays. So Google Play, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Feel free to rate, subscribe, and just share it with your friends and family if you think we're appropriate. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for listening. Have a good night.